You were born curious. That was the first mistake. You're 12 years old. You've heard about the dark web from YouTube, Reddit, and kids at school. A hidden part of the internet where anything can be found. Completely anonymous, untraceable, secret. One night, you download the Tor browser. Your heart beats faster as you connect. The dark web opens in front of you like a forbidden door. Onion sites with strange URLs. Underground forums, black markets. You explore carefully at first, then deeper. You find forums discussing hacking, tutorials for beginners, guides on staying hidden. Your first dark web transaction is small. You have $20 worth of Bitcoin you earn doing odd jobs. You find a seller offering stolen Netflix account access for $5. You buy it through an escrow service. Minutes later, the credentials arrive. You test them. They work. You're now watching Netflix on someone else's account. A stranger you'll never meet. It feels wrong, but also thrilling. A rush of power you've never felt before. You did it. You used the dark web, and you're hooked. 2 years later, you're 14. You've learned a lot. You know how to use PGP encryption, how to protect your privacy, how to stay safe. You have more Bitcoin now, saved from allowance and small gigs. You want more than just stolen accounts. You buy your first real hacking tool, a remote access Trojan rat for $50. You read the reviews, check the seller's reputation, and make the purchase. When the file arrives, you study it carefully. It works. You test it on your own old laptop, then you make a stupid mistake. You email it to a classmate disguised as a cool game. He opens it. Now you have full access to his computer files. Camera, keystrokes, everything. You watch for a few minutes, heart racing, then panic and delete your access. But you've learned how easy it is, and how weak people really are. You also realize there's a huge, hungry market for this kind of power. You're 16 now. You've taught yourself programming, Python, JavaScript, Linux. You're actually good. You start creating your own small tools. Simple stealers, keyloggers, basic exploits. You decide to sell them on the dark web to make real money. You create a vendor account, pay the fee, and list your first item, a password-stealing malware, for $30. The description is professional. Within hours, someone buys it and leaves a 5-star review. Sales start coming in daily. Soon you're making a few $100s a week in Bitcoin. Completely untraceable. You use VPNs, multiple layers of encryption, and never reveal any personal information. But you're always paranoid. You read about FBI warnings, arrests, and market take. You know, the risk is real. Every sale could be your last. Every night, you lie awake, wondering if this is the day they come for you. At 18, you graduated high school, but skipped college. Why bother when you're already making serious money? You move from selling tools to selling stolen data, credit cards, social security numbers, bank accounts, full identities. Your first big score comes from a small company with weak security. You find an SQL injection vulnerability, exploit it, and dump 50,000 customer records. You don't use them yourself. That's too risky. Instead, you sell the entire database on the dark web for 10 cents per record. $5,000 in one night. The buyers are fraudsters, identity thieves, and organized crime groups. You try not to think about the victims, whose lives you're helping destroy. The ruined credit scores, the stolen identities. The family's left devastated. You only see the Bitcoin piling up in your wallet. By now, you have over $100,000 in crypto. You buy things carefully, a used car, electronics, small luxuries, and launder the money through legitimate channels. But the paranoia grows stronger every day. You read about people like you getting arrested, losing everything, destroying their families. You tell yourself just one more year. You're 21. You have years of experience and connections. Other dark web operators approach you with a proposal. Help run a new all-in-one marketplace. Drugs, weapons, data, hacking services, everything. You handle security. They handle operations. It takes 6 months to build. The platform is professional. Multi-signature escrow, PGP encryption, Tor hidden service. When it launches, Sellers and buyers flood in. Within weeks, there are thousands of users and hundreds of vendors. You take a 5% commission on every transaction. Some weeks you clear $50,000 or more. But the heat is immediate. The FBI, Europol, and Interpol are watching. You implement strict security, but one of your partners gets sloppy and uses his real email once. That single mistake is enough. A coordinated international raid shuts everything down. Your partner is arrested. You barely escape, for now, but you know they're coming for you. The paranoia becomes constant. Every notification makes your stomach drop. At 24, you've moved countries and changed identities. Running markets is too dangerous now. You switch to zero-day exploits. Unknown vulnerabilities worth millions. You buy them cheap from researchers and grey-head hackers for $10,000, then sell them to nation-states through middlemen for $250,000 each. Your cut is substantial. You broke Windows, iOS, Android, and router exploits. Buyers include intelligence agencies and organized crime. You're making $500,000 a year just connecting buyers and sellers. You live nice apartment, expensive watches, but you always look over your shoulder. You know, intelligence agencies tolerate you only because you're useful. Until you're not. The constant fear starts eating at you. Sleep becomes difficult. Every stranger on the street could be watching. You're 26 and have millions, but you want more. You partner with a sophisticated Eastern European ransomware group. Your first major attack targets a mid-sized hospital. You gain access through phishing and stolen credentials, then deploy the ransomware at 2 a.m. It spreads rapidly, encrypting patient records, medical devices, scheduling systems, everything. You demand $5 million in Bitcoin within 72 hours or the data will be permanently deleted. The hospital panics. Lives are at risk. After tense negotiation, they pay $4 million. You receive your $1 million share in 1 week. You don't think about the patients who suffered or died because of the outage. You only see the money and the power. You feel untouchable. But you're wrong. Dead wrong. The FBI's cybercrime division has been building a case against you for years. They have everything. Forensic evidence, blockchain tracing, cooperating witnesses, RICO charges, computer fraud, extortion, conspiracy, money laundering. The net is closing. There are only 2 possible endings: prison or death. One morning at dawn, your door explodes open. Flashbangs, FBI agents, SWAT team. You're slammed to the ground before you're fully awake. They seize everything. Computers, phones, hard drives, cash, even your encrypted wallets. You're taken to federal detention facing dozens of serious charges. Your trial is swift. The evidence is overwhelming. Your lawyer pushes for a plea deal, 20 years. You refuse. You're found guilty on all counts. The judge shows no mercy. 40 years in federal prison with no parole. You're 28. If you survive, you'll walk out at 68. All your Bitcoin is seized. Your family is destroyed. Your mother can't even look at you anymore. Or the other ending. You never make it to trial. A rival group, a betrayed partner, or an intelligence agency decides you've become a liability. One day you're walking down the street. A car slows down. Gunshots. You're gone in seconds, or you simply vanish. No body, no trace. Your family never knows what really happened. In T's world, curiosity doesn't just kill the cat, it destroys everything.